first of all, to have the money to do so, but secondly, to be in the in crowd, you know, to be able to get these locations that are so prime because, you know, you have a encapsulated audience and there's nothing else around you, but and you get to develop the closest thing to a whole neighborhood. I mean, supermarkets and gas stations, that's a no-brainer, right? So here's some older properties you start to see, you know, next to brand new ones. So this is what's considered Central California. It's the, you know, very middle of the state. The state's super long, and there's a whole mountain range between us and the ocean right now. That's why, you know, this is the Inland Empire. This is the valley. It gets really hot. Yeah, I'm sure, no joke, back in the day, you know, American settlers and cowboy, you know, type imagery, all that was happening here. And 100 years ago, all this land was farmland. It's changed a lot. A lot of the farmland has actually moved elsewhere, and it's mainly because of irrigation. You know, we're about to drive over, I think, some water. See that? Truck. So that's still an old farm. You guys impatient. People are driving pretty fast on this road. I think I'm not gonna cruise around on it. I'm just gonna actually turn around. Maybe we'll go down this next street over here. See, there's a lot of vast space here still, you see? And obviously that's owned by somebody. That's why it's not developed. Somebody who has the power to, you know, withstand it, the staying power. Just because you bought it in like 1920 for $30,000 doesn't mean you can still afford to keep it going today. There's just too many reasons why. So this is huge horse properties here. See that white fence? The street, there's no cross street here. Okay, finally. Jeez, that was like 2 miles, or maybe a mile and a half. I'm gonna call too many cars there. I don't want to be bothered by people trying to be perturbed that I'm driving too slow. Lots of Teslas. You see a lot of Teslas. Those palm trees. Here's the water. Still lots of undeveloped land. I hope it stays that way, you know? I don't like seeing everything get built up. So here's Shaw. I think I have to go this way. Not quite as scenic as that last street, huh? There's a dude on a scooter. So I'm sure all these tracts of land, they're gonna become homes. And that's what happens. It takes a while. Massive cell tower over there. If you can see that or not. A huge four-way just for stop sign. New businesses, local youth. So you see it's very freshly developed over the last, I don't know, 20 years, let's just say. Talk about the crossroads. Look at this. That's where you see the devil there. Sell your soul. It's kind of interesting, very new looking. This is a school. Huge, all spread out. Take you 10 minutes to walk from one end to the other or more. Yeah, look at this. I mean, it's a huge school. All the ball fields and stuff. Here's an old property. This place is still looking pretty vintage. It was built from the Sears catalog, you know. Next to these new neighborhoods. I think we're just about there, actually. Here we are. Home sweet home. Alright, you guys. Thanks for coming with me. Ciao.